Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we sure appreciate everyone that comes on with us in the morning. And as usual, I want to say hello, Andrea. How are you? Hope you're doing well. You're the first one up, Rosalinda. Nice to have you on. Maureen, good morning from Boca Raton, Florida. And Andrea's from Niagara Falls. And Nativity, good morning. Rosa, Montreal, Evangeline, we appreciate it. Heather, good morning. Razan, good morning to you. Eric, Nellie, Wendy, we appreciate you guys. Francine, or Francine, Marnie, how you doing? You were out in Newfoundland, I think, huh? Helena, Jeanette, Razan is from, tell me where you're from, Razan. And Cape Breton, Evangeline, Susan from Florida. Sorry, good morning to you. Nick from our staff, Connie, Cookstown, near Barrie, Ontario. Derek, Windsor, Mary Jane, Claudette, Hamner, right in our backyard. Judy, Newfoundland. Frida, good morning to you. Catherine, another one, Catherine from Newfoundland. Lorraine, Welland. And Lorraine, you're with your husband. Hello, husband. Claire, PEI, Donna, Bell Valley. You guys are great. Thanks for coming on. And we appreciate it. Annette, Linda, good morning. Paulina, Tarana, and Germaine, and Troy, good morning to you. Felicia, Barry, Oshawa, Natalie, Zian, our dear friend. Good morning, Diane. Bonjour. Sandra, Lois, Cecile, and one more, and let's get going, okay? Yolande, good morning to you. We appreciate you guys more than you know. Okay, I gotta talk to you about, the heading is going to be neurogenesis. Neurogenesis. Now, break that down, guys. Okay? Break that down, you'll figure it out. Medicine, we love to use big words. Neurogenesis. Genesis, new, start, beginning. And neuro, the regeneration of neurons, nerve cells. Interesting study that came out. I want to break it down this morning. And we're going to talk about a key factor in regenerating your brain. And it seems that every week there's new studies coming out about brain. And there's a factor in your brain, it's called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF. BDNF. And BDNF is really important to regenerate the brain. But let me give you a little bit of history. As far back as 1928, and you can imagine why this happened, but there was a prof back then, Cajal, C-A-G-A-L, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Cajal, who made this statement, and it stuck, okay? Here's what he said. In the adult centers of the brain, the nerve paths are something fixed. Everything may die. Nothing may be regenerated. If you see a paralyzed person, okay, that's had a neck injury or whatever, and they're paralyzed, you know, they tell you, well, you're paralyzed. Like you're not, there's there's no more regeneration happening. And to some extent, that is true. When the injury is so severe. But I want to bring you some good news this morning on how to increase your BDNF. What does BDNF do? It regenerates neurons in your brain. Because in medicine's mind, and I even listened to this, I think it was last week, a doctor said, if you get damage to your heart, you can't regenerate heart cells. If you get damage in your brain, you can't regenerate brain cells. When they die, you're done like dinner, is what he said. And look, to some extent, he's right. You know, and I give you an example. Like, if, you know, I used to tell my patients, I'd rather, you know, when you start getting, or one of your loved ones, even if you notice any kind of cognitive change, their memory, their repetition, they're just not sharp as they used to be. That, I mean, even earlier than that, but at least then start doing things to help that person. But what we know about the brain, specifically the brain at the brain stem level, is that you have a factor there, BDNF, okay? And it helps regenerate the brain. It helps regenerate the brain. And studies have shown that, at least for this topic this morning, I want to bring out 4 things, maybe a couple of more, but 4 things that this study showed that actually increase your levels of BDNF, okay? Brain-derived, okay? Brain-derived, meaning inside the brain itself. This factor, neurofactor, there's ways of increasing it. Here's what they find. In Alzheimer's, for example, that factor is down to almost nothing. There's no more regenerative power. Of course, with age, all of us, you know, downhill. But this study is showing, okay, and like I said, I'll add a few things because of my experience. But this study shows that, yes, you can regenerate brain neurons by a factor inside the brain, BDNF. Say it with me, BDNF. How do I get BDNF up? How do I, because isn't it true for you and I? It's one of our big concerns, isn't it? Our noggins. Cognitive. Let's be honest with that. And you know what? You know, some people say, well, do crossword puzzles and all that, that mental exercise. That is nothing compared to what I'm going to talk to you about this morning. Okay? So this study showed that BDNF is increased in 4 specific things you can do. You know what they put at the top of the list? Vitamin E. The real vitamin E. Exercise. Now, if you go back in our, I don't know what number we're at, almost 700, I think, podcasts. How many times have I talked about vitamin E? Move. Exercise. Okay? It plays a key role in regenerating the brain. And this study confirms it. Okay? The Journal of American Medicine. Elderly individuals at high risk for Alzheimer's and dementia, cognitive decline. In 24 weeks, their BDNF went up 1,800%. 1,800% with exercise compared to the group that they studied. Okay, so they did, one group, no exercise, and then do cognitive tests, and one group that exercised, they gave them exercises, got them moving, and they had an 1,800%. The group that did vitamin E had an 1,800% improvement in their BDNF. Isn't that incredible? And I always tell people, don't wait. Don't wait till the decline starts. Get in the habit of vitamin E. Move. The best. The best. I love walking. I'm a walker. I love walking. Okay? And I mean that. But the best, strong legs, strong brain. Strong legs, strong brain. Yeah, walking's fantastic. Move. Anything you do in exercise is going to help you. But if you want to know the best, get strong. Strong muscles, strong brain. Sarcopenia, which is the wasting away of muscles. I look at seniors and they waste away. And it's deadly. It's deadly. It's not only deadly for them in all around, but it's deadly for the brain. The BDNF does not regenerate. You need to make more of that factor in your brain. So what this study did, the American Journal, published in the American Journal of Medical Journal, they put vitamin E at the top. They put it at the top. Would I do that? Close. I'm very consistent. Okay, so vitamin E. What's the best? Get your legs strong, get your core strong as much as you can. If you don't have weights, use bands strong. And again, 3 weeks, 21 days. You form a habit. 24 weeks, according to this study, makes a huge difference of 1,800%. More the BDNF. BDNF, BDNF. I want that in my brain. Regenerating it. Okay? Got it? Okay, vitamin E. Now here's the second thing they said in this study. Diet. Now they didn't talk about what to add. And that's all right. They were all on what not to eat. And guess what? Guess what? cut out the carbs and cut out the crappy sugars, crappy carbs, crappy the sugars, okay? Rinse and repeat, cut out. Now, they left it there, just on cutting out to these seniors. They had a group, eat whatever you want. They did another group, cut out as much as they could, sugars and crappy carbs. Seniors generally are carboholics. Part of it is maybe mastication, which is, actually breaking your food down and the lack of teeth or whatever it is. But they said if you do this, okay, now let me read you the study. Just read it. This is in 3 months. Okay? Unbelievable medicine for the brain was cutting out sugars and crappy carbs. They noticed a difference in the memory function of the brain because of the increase in the BDNF when you cut out crap. Quit eating cereals. Quit eating noodles. Quit eating the middle aisles of the grocery stores. The cookies and the crackers and the bagels. Oh, Dr. Man, they're whole wheat. I don't care. It don't matter. It's sugar. Cut it out. Even this study agrees with me. And of course, they didn't say it, but let me say it. You want to regenerate that factor in your brain, the BDNF? Well, cut out this, cut out the crap as much as you can, and replace it with real brain food. Eggs for your brain. Meat for your brain. Cheese for your brain. Okay? So you know me. I'm not just, okay, let's cut that out. Let's cut it down. I don't leave you there. I want to replace. And to my vegetarian and vegan friends, I love you dearly. I do. But you're wrong. Salad ain't gonna fix your brain. Okay? It's not. I didn't say you couldn't eat it, but it ain't gonna fix your brain. I'm sorry. It doesn't work on the BDNF. It won't regenerate the brain. There's not enough nutrients in there. So cut up your eggs, meat, and cheese. You find me a better food than a piece of steak for your brain, and you bring me that research. And we're not talking about liver, okay? I refuse to talk about it. I'm serious. Cut out, add in. Meat. Eggs. Have 100 eggs a week. Cheese. There's a reason I say cheese. You need dairy. Don't ditch the dairy. Switch the dairy. Okay? Why? BDNF. BDNF. You want to regenerate. Number 3, here's the article. Okay? So it talked about cutting out the crap in foods. Hello? Medicine, I'm calling you. I'm calling you. What a concept. What a concept. Food affects the brain. What a concept. Hello? I've been screaming for 40, almost 50 years. Cut out the sugar. Sugar destroys your brain. Why do you think they call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes? They should go back to that. They're trying to change it because I guess the diabetics don't like it. Medicine doesn't like type 3 diabetes, but that's what originally was called. What? Why? Think about it. What is that? Sugar. And crappy carbs. What a concept. Food is important. Oh, hello. Hello. I like reading this stuff because I go, yeah, yeah, we've been talking about that for a long time. Food. Cut out, add in. Cut out, add in. Change fuels for your brain. Your brain wants rocket fuel. Quit giving it 87 octane. Okay? Stop. Your brain wants real fuel. What a concept. Number 3, on their hit parade for regenerating BDNF, regenerating your neurons in your brain. You know what it was? They came out with this in this study. Curcumin. Okay? And what they did is they compared a group that they gave curcumin to compared to a group that got a placebo. They probably thought they were taking curcumin, but they weren't. They were taking a placebo. And the study was pretty interesting because there was a 25% increase in brain function, especially in the cognitive area of memory, for those who were given curcumin. 25% compared to the placebo group. Important, isn't it? Now, turmeric, okay, because curcumin is an extract of turmeric. And turmeric is good, guys, okay? Like it really is. It's a spice. It's very good for you. The problem is, like therapeutically, and this article actually said it, it's not enough. Like it's good, they like it, but they were talking about therapeutic doses that they gave to one group, and then the other one was placebo. And they noticed a 25% increase over a period of less than 2 months. It increased the BDNF. Okay, now the fourth one, you've never heard of this, so I pay attention. The fourth one they used in these studies was high DHA. Have you ever heard of that? Have I ever mentioned it? Have I told you lately about DHA? I love DHA. Okay? I have fish every day in a capsule. This is a therapeutic. Now remember, okay? All fish is good. All red meat is good because it has high DHA in it. Okay? And I'm a big guy on eating. You guys know that. We talked about that. Change fuels for your brain. But this was therapeutic doses of DHA. 6 months. Doubled the reduction of errors, cognitive errors. Doubled improvement in 6 months of DHA. So those are the 4 things they talked about in this mega study. Vitamin E, exercise. Decreasing garbage, food, sugars, crappy carbs. 3, curcumin. And 4, DHA. Okay. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Now let me add a couple. When you have low B12, your B12 is a neuro regenerator. Well established. Your brain needs B12. That's why I'll say it today, Lord willing, if I have a program tomorrow and the next day and the next day and next week and whatever, I tell you, I'm not coming off a point on the importance of a vitamin B12. You might get tired of hearing it, but your brain does not work with B12. And remember, I'll just give you a couple of little things that I repeat and repeat and repeat. The blood test for B12 is 100 years old. It needs a birthday party and it should be put to bed because most people are in the low end. Even when it's flagged at a lab of being, 600, it's high. Oh, it's high B12. You're gonna die. You got high B12. That's low. It's not optimized. You need optimized B12. Okay? You do. I'm huge on that. Most people, I tested people for years. Ask my staff. It was one of our important tests. We did B12. And what? 80% at least were low in B12. Your brain doesn't work without it properly. Why do you think I'm so big on eating red meat, guys? How can red meat be bad for you when it's the only source of B12? How could it be bad? How could it be cancer? You eat B12, you eat red meat, it's cancer. It's going to clog your arteries. It's just the opposite. It's brain food, guys. Brain food. B12. The vast majority of the population has been hoodwinked. They've been deceived. And guys, it's going to get worse. I'm just telling you. I'm not a prophet nor the son of one. But I'm telling you ahead of time, you wait till Bill Gates and his friends will do everything they can to get rid of meat. They got it in their noggins that it's, number one, bad for the climate. Oh, I get a headache. I get a headache, guys. But you wait, I'm telling you, it's indoctrination. And they're not going after you, by the way, okay? You know better. But oh, they're going after our children and our grandchildren. Save the planet, get rid of meat. You're going to save the planet. I don't know how that works. You'll get rid of people. I guess that's what they want. Oh, I can't. Like I said, my blood pressure goes up. I just have to think about the nonsense. It is absolute nonsense. But they're going after our young guys, our grandchildren. It's 100% indoctrination. Meat is no good. Limit it. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Netflix, they have movies on there. Whatever, documentaries. You don't need any meat. Just eat vegetables and fruit. You can live on that. All the protein is in there. No, it ain't. And there's no B12. Ooh. I don't need to work out today. I just did. Okay. No, but guys, I just got to tell you how your brain works. It's looking for fuel. Give it fuel. Everybody, even in the first day of medical school, they learned that, you got nerves and B12 is important for your nerves. First day medical school. And then they forget it. I remember the doctors in the 1950s or whatever, they had B12 in their bags. They gave B12 shots. You're tired? Oh, here, come here. What? You got a B12 shot. My wife's a nurse, and she used to give out more B12 in the 70s. B12 shots, well, I probably gave away, I did 50 of them today. Oh, you did? Yeah, 50 shots of B12. That's what the doctor ordered. That was in the 70s, guys. Seniors would get B12. Today, meh. Not important. Numbers are all right. You're at 200. 200 in B12 numbers is for mice, not men or women or kids. 200. How about 1,200? That's what you need. And guys, I'm telling you this by a clinical experience. I'm not a researcher. I didn't do research. Well, I did for my PhD, but I didn't do research in my office. I had to get results. And when you see thousands and thousands and thousands of patients and analyze, thousands and thousands and thousands of biomarkers over the years, like B12 was, it's amazing what happens when your B12 goes up, how much better you are, how much better your brain is. And, in this particular study for BDNF, they didn't talk about B12, but I am. And then I'm just going to close with this. You guys are probably saying, how come he hasn't talked about Viderma today? Well, because here in Sudbury, where I am today, it's pouring rain. So there's no Viderma. There's no vitamin D today. Is it the most important vitamin in the world? Probably. Viderma. Seniors, scared skinny of the sun. They went for the lie, hook, line, and sinker. Stay out of the sun. It'll give you skin cancer. Didn't realize your body, including your brain, is a solar panel. Viderma. No money in Viderma. So pharma, they don't like Viderma because there's no money in it. There's no money in it. What did I tell you? I had that statistic yesterday. Oh, I tell you, it was incredible. Let me just read it to you again. Quarter number 2, which just ended, by the way. Okay, when they get their numbers for quarter number 2. This is Pfizer. Pfizer made $19 billion with a B dollars in quarter number 2. You know how much that is a day? $211 million every day. Holy moly. I want to show you how I'm not a prophet. I should have bought stock in Pfizer. I didn't. Okay. $211 million every day in quarter number 2. They're not looking at Viderma, guys, but you need to. You need to. Your brain has a solar panel up there, okay? Got it? Okay. So what did they talk about? Let's increase our BDNF. Okay, let's increase our BDNF. Let's get her up, okay? Let's get that factor up. It's important, okay? So if we do that, we get our BDNF by vitamin E, our diet, food, down on one, up on the other, okay? Curcumin, DHA. I'm a B12 guy. And vitamin D, Viderma. Boy, I like that name, Viderma. Is it just me? Okay. So guys, thank you very much for watching today, okay? We appreciate it dearly, okay? You want to know a good gift, why don't you plan for Christmas now, okay? Giveaways. I was reading this morning in my Bible. Better to give than to receive. Jesus said that. Better to give than to receive. And we can give our reset, the 30-day program to reset even the brain. Okay? It gives a good gift. Okay? Easy to read. We thank you for making it number 1 in the healthcare field. Number 1, numero uno. We appreciate it. And if you're not a member of the private Facebook group, please, you can join that. Get your family, get your friends. What a community. We appreciate it. Sign up to get on your smartphone the Doctor is In podcast. If you're not getting our newsletters, you can do that. Go to our website, martinclinic.com, okay? And you can sign up. If you don't get our newsletters, you want to get those. They're very informative, okay? The Doctor is In newsletter that we send out a couple of times a week usually, okay? So we love you guys, and I don't say that without meaning it. Okay, talk to you soon.